exist these things called males and females, which are required for our species to reproduce. And if they didn't exist, if there were no such thing as these two different sexes, you wouldn't have a continuation of the species. So the mere fact that there are some
Another example would be like something like someone getting an extra limb as a birth defect, right? In that situation, the rule is very clear that natural birth, you have two legs, two arms, all the normal genitalia, but you can't differentiate the rule. Say, oh yeah, you can. For the most part, you can end up with anything. No, that is not the rule. There's an exception based off anomalies, and you can usually trace the anomalies to a factor that played into why they ended up the way they ended up. So, yeah.
people who can't reproduce, who have different sets of chromosomes, or who don't produce sperm and egg, or produce both, or whatever, doesn't change the fact that you have male and female as a biological reality. But that has nothing to do with the mind and whether or not people mentally can identify, if they're in a male body, as a female or vice versa.
Okay, so you agree that there's males and females. But once again, if a person, that edge case, if you say there's only two, then where do they fit? Where do they fit into the two?
They don't fit into the two, but it doesn't deny the fact that there are two boxes. And you've got these two categories.
Do the other people just float around the boxes?
I think the question is, like, definitionally, wouldn't there need to be a third box then?
Yeah.
For intersex?
You can have a third box if you like, but
Well, that means there's not just two. That means there's not just two sexes.
what's our claim again?
If there are only two sexes, male and female.
It is biological truth
Okay,
that
so
there are only two sexes, male and female.
But if you want to really push me on that, I would say, well, that's a non-sex. It's not a sex because those people in general, I suppose, cannot reproduce. It would be like a mule or something.
I would say, I guess, like, the reason why I'm neutral on this and why I don't enjoy this conversation is because I feel like there isn't very much pursuit of any type of ontological truth about the category of male or female.